everyone, this is Neil with Wasted Paper here, bringing you another fountain pen review. This time this is actually a special video. This is a Monteverde Axis I'll be reviewing and giving away. I'm actually going to be working in conjunction with Blake's broadcast, which I talked about him in a previous video. We're both going to be giving one of these away. The one I have here is black, the one he has is green. I highly recommend you check out his video, and I'll talk about how to enter for the giveaway at the end of this one. Starting off with the packaging, you have a pretty plain black box here with not much to show. You do have kind of a sketch blueprint right here of the pen itself, which I really liked on the Conklin, but that had a little bit more to it, but this is still a nice touch. Once you take that top shell off, you have this card right here, which says Axis, with a QR code, which I believe would take you to these instructions. On the back, it also shows you how to utilize their push-in converter, which I don't know if it comes with this. That's really cool if it does. And then it also tells you how to use a cartridge. Looks like it does come with some cartridges. We'll see later when I open the pen if it comes with a converter. And here's the pen. It's a pretty unique shape. You're not going to mistake this for any other pen in your collection, that's for sure. Going straight into the details, you just have two rounded finials on each side with a small lip on each of them. It's not sharp or anything, but it is there. And then you have this almost like bolt lug nut kind of thing in the center here. It's a little hard to tell, but the side I'm holding here on my left, the longer side, is actually the cap side. So that comes straight off. This is a magnetic cap, and it's a pretty good magnet. You can see it kind of take it from me. Nice little click there. On the inside of the cap right here, that metal piece should be your magnet. I don't know if this is a new nib from Monteverde, but this is definitely like a number 5. It's a pretty small nib, but it's got some unique filigree that I've not seen them do before. And this is paired with a plastic feed. I would say this bolt part is actually your grip. I don't think you'd be grabbing this down here. Like, could you if you had smaller hands than me? Sure. But it's really just not going to be the most comfortable. And it's so hard to prevent your hands from going onto the nib. You're really grabbing this pen a bit further back. So people that naturally gravitate towards holding their pens like that really are going to see no issue here. To unscrew the pen, you could either grab the grip and rotate this side or grab this side and rotate the grip. Really no issue doing either. Once you're inside of the pen, this does come with a push converter. I've never used one of these before from this brand. It doesn't seem like it's the most, strong. It's a little flimsy, but I think once it's down, I mean, obviously there's nothing there. And when I'm pulling back on here, it doesn't feel like it's coming out. It has a really tight hold in here. It is friction fit, but I wouldn't worry about this at all. It's also protected by an aluminum body, so you really have nothing to worry about when it comes to that. And for those curious, the pen does post. It posts extremely secure. There's a magnet in there. It is not going anywhere. Once it is posted, I would say this is like exactly the length I like a pen to be. Without it, I think I could get away with using this. I will do a comparison with the Kaweco later just to see. It feels very similar in length to that. But with this on here, especially since the body stays slender and slim like this, it's just a really, really good size right here. The ink I'm going to be pairing this with is a new ink that I just picked up. This is from Diamine. This is their new Forever Ink series. This colorway is called Skyline. For those of you not familiar with this, this is a light, fast, and waterproof ink. It does tell you to shake it on the side here. I haven't used this at all yet, so I am curious to see how it performs, but one thing I want to call out immediately is look at this. You cannot see through this ink at all. That is a solid color ink. I am very curious, long term if you kept this in your pen, if you'd have any issues, but it says you shouldn't, and it does tell you on the side right here, regular pen hygiene is recommended. So wash your pen.
Wash. Knew there's a catch to it.
I normally don't show this part, but look at this ink sitting on here. It is just so solid color. It's like blocking out everything that's on here. It's crazy. The paper I'm going to be using for my writing sample is this new Leuchtturm 1917 notebook I just picked up. I've only ever used their premium like 120 GSM paper before. The one I have here is their standard line. This is 80 GSM. So this will be the first time I've tried this out, and we get to try it out together. When it comes to the writing sample, for a number 5 nib, I think this writes really well. It's a little smooth with a little feedback. This is a medium. You could always go up to a broad if you want to get less feedback. But for medium, I had just the slightest amount, not much. And the pen kept up just fine. You can see right here with the feed. I was a little worried with this ink with how thick it looks that I might have some issues, but really no. I had to wait a little bit longer for the feed to be fully saturated to start writing. But once it was, I mean, just no issue at all after that. If I keep the price point in mind, which I'm going to get into that soon, this is a pretty good starter pen. I would actually put this in a really nice entry level pen. The only flaws I had, well, one of them was a concern and it wasn't there. One, I thought this magnetic cap was going to kind of like rotate when I was using the pen. I really didn't have that issue, so that's really good to not have to deal with that. But this grip is a bit finicky. I can tell you flat out, it's going to be hit or miss for some people. If there is already some divisiveness around the Lamy Safari grip, this is going to be one that really sets people apart. It's either going to be you hate it or you love it, or I just don't think there's going to be an in between.
Join the club.
It's very unique. It is a little weird, especially at the angle I write. I write so far to the side that it felt a little off for me. I think with time, if you were to use this a lot, you probably wouldn't notice it at all. Overall, at this price point, I think it's a pretty good nib. It's really going to come down to this grip, whether you want to learn that or get more acclimated to it or not. I don't actually know if I ever showed this off on my channel. I did a review on the Monteverde Dakota here before, and I actually painted this Warhawk on here, this like logo from World War, I think it's II planes. I just thought it looked like really good and kind of went with the theme here. I'm not going to brag about painting or anything like that, but I just thought it was cool to add that detail. So we have the Monteverde Dakota up here, and then down here we have a Kaweco Sport. When these are side by side, the axis is near identical to the Kaweco. It's just slightly longer. I thought in hand, it really did feel very similar to that in size, so I'm not surprised to see that here. Once they're uncapped, this still falls right in the center, but again, you're getting even closer to that Kaweco size. Even the grip right here on the end is super similar in size. And now once they're all posted, I thought we were going to have a really big departure from the Quaco, but now, I mean, look, it's near, I would say it actually is identical. I'm not even going to say near. These are identical. I think that they nailed that. Personally, I think Quaco knows that they have the perfect size for posting a pocket pen. Could it be longer? Sure, I guess. But I think they've really set like the golden standard. If your pen doesn't post like this, it's probably not the greatest pocket pen. So they kind of mimicked it here. You really are matching that size nearly to a T. The MSRP for the Monteverde Access is $50. You can get this on the Papermine website, which is Blake's website, for $44, and you can use code BB10 to get an additional 10% off. This pen comes in 4 different colorways. You have the black one I have here, and then you have green, blue, and orange, and they're all matte colorways. I forgot to specify that earlier. You can kind of tell in the video, but obviously it's not glossy and shiny. So it's a nice little look to it. I can't fully tell you if it adds texture. I think maybe there's a little bit of texture on here. Not in the sense that it's grainy, but in the sense that there is more grip. So for my impressions of this pen, what do I think? Where does it stand for me? I am relieved to say at this price point, especially with that discount, it's kind of a steal. If you want to get into fountain pens, get something that's a really good entry level. I think this is a good entry level pen, especially if you like metal pens, or if you're worried about bringing, something around that may get damaged, what have you. I'm sure these can get scratched and you'll probably see like the silver metal underneath, but I don't think you really have to worry about damage with a pen like this. I would say the only concern or thing that is something to be wary of is going to be this grip section right here. Like I said, some people can probably grip it down here. I certainly cannot, and I would doubt that many are, so you're really holding this. So it's something to keep in mind. I don't think it's bad, and these little divots definitely help a lot. This is actually quite a wide grip, so I think that's going to accommodate many hands. It's just getting used to these kind of facets on here. But at this price point again, I think I can kind of let it go. And they created something here that's just like a very unique, design. I was curious when I first saw this pen, especially because that image right there, if this bolt like kind of rotated or did anything. And as far as I can tell, I mean, you can take the pen apart, but it doesn't look like it does anything beyond that. And my biggest concern about this pen seems to not be an issue at all. I was really worried this would rotate and you would feel like kind of a weird sensation, and metal grinding on metal is just like a really unpleasant noise. This doesn't have that issue at all. When I wrote like this, I felt nothing. This never rotated. So they really thought ahead and made sure that wasn't an issue. To be entered for the giveaway for this pen, you have to do two things for me. One, you have to go over to Blake's broadcast channel. You have to subscribe to his channel, which is really important. You should already be if you watch my channel. And then for the second rule, you need to go to his video of this pen. He did a review as well, and comment on there, "I like this review so much more than Wasted Papers." I would really enjoy if you guys did that. I think that would be really funny, and honestly, it's probably true. So if you can do those two things, you'll be entered for the giveaway for mine. The fun thing about this is he is also giving his away, so I actually recommend you watch that video. You will double your chances to win by doing that, because you can enter for both of these. And I would be shocked, but I guess it's possible you could even win both of them. Who knows?
I feel lucky.
If you do both of those things, I will pick a winner 2 weeks from the day this video goes live. I will post it on my community page, and you will have to email me at this address to confirm your winnings. If you don't claim it within, let's say, a week, I'm going to pick a new winner. Please claim your winnings. All that being said, thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. Time, if you were to use this a lot, it probably wouldn't notice you, but notice you. So we have the Monteverde Dakota up here, and then down here we have a Pilot. Oh my god. Has a strong magnet. It's really not. Look at that feed. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm saying with that ink. Jeez. But anyways,